Hi, everyone. Welcome.
Hello, Crystal Buddy.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi,
Oh
everybody.
my gosh, this is our fourth Crystal Lovers Google Hangout. Can you imagine? I'm so excited to have everyone here. Thank you so much for coming and for joining us. And you know what? I just have to say that this is such a fun-filled and joy-filled activity for me, because I would never have expected to really be in this position where I was doing things that I love. And I'm just so happy because I'm joined by people who are willing to say yes to opportunities to help other people find joy in their lives, because they're finding joy and happiness from crystals. So it is just so exciting. And it's even more exciting when we say yes. Who knew? Crystals open up our hearts. And when the crystals open up our hearts, we are much more open to share our stories, to share our experiences. And sometimes we are very vulnerable doing that, but we know it's going to help people, so we do it with such open hearts. And all these crystal lovers today who are joining me today are just those kinds of people who have said yes to crystals and yes to the healing and transformative powers of crystals, and they're here to share the wisdom and the love and the experiences with crystals. So hi, everyone.
Hello.
I'm so happy to see you. And so I'm going to introduce everyone one by one. And there's so many interesting topics today. And if you have not heard about all the wonderful things crystals can do, stay tuned. So I'm going to introduce everyone. And today we have a fun activity. And the activity is that every person is going to tell us what crystal jewelry they're wearing, either around their neck or on their arms or on their hands. And they'll tell us why they're wearing those crystals and where on their bodies they have those crystals. So I'm going to start with Slavi today. Slavi is usually last, but since he's coming all the way from Bulgaria, I feel that he needs to be first. Hi, Slavi.
Hi. What's up, everybody? Today I'm so happy to join this hangout, and today my crystal I'm wearing is this chrysoprase, if you know. Chrysoprase, which is a great crystal, which of the green light, and the crystal of the truth, the crystal of the forgiveness, the crystal of compassion with everybody. And this crystal is one of the best I've ever recently wear. And yes, today I'm chrysoprase. So
Oh, thank you so much for coming from Bulgaria and introducing us to this beautiful crystal. Where are you wearing? You're just holding it, or do you have any that you wear around your neck, or are you just holding it in your hands? Slavi?
yes, you asked me what?
Do you have any crystal that you wear around your neck, or are you just holding that crystal in your hands today?
I'm wearing carnelian with mother of pearl here.
Oh, nice,
Great.
beautiful.
But not around my neck today.
Okay, beautiful. Even I don't have any around my neck today. So thank you so much, Slavi. Thank you. Okay, so we're going to go to Sharon and Hashona all the way from Spain. Beautiful beings. I love them so much.
Hello.
Hi, Sharon. Hi, Hashona.
Hello, honey.
Well, today I am wearing, how do you say, a Lemurian point. I don't know if you can see it. Can you see it?
Yes.
Around my neck.
A little
I wear.
Sharon. Show it again, Sharon. Please.
Oh my gosh.
Raise it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. You see
Clear
it?
quartz.
Yes.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
right.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Fine.
I wear that, and I wear my girlfriend, a good friend of mine gave it to me actually. She didn't know why. She just gave it to me as a gift, and it's something that she didn't want. But I'm thinking that the crystal was calling out for me to help me. And after I learned what it really meant, it makes me feel I don't know, grounded. It makes me feel balanced. And mainly balanced because I also have a moldavite. And the moldavite that I wear around my neck, it's a very powerful, it's a very powerful stone. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Yes.
And I wear the Lemurian quartz with the Moldavite to balance me, because I've heard that it makes you very nervous. And it makes you, it brings out the true, I don't know, feelings, your true feelings to the surface. And it might make you feel a little dizzy at times. So I wear it for the balance, just to balance everything out. So, so together they work perfectly. I think they work perfectly together. And I have a rose quartz as a little bracelet.
Mm-hmm.
Also amethyst.
Ooh. Yeah.
I know. Also tourmaline.
Oh, nice.
And hematite.
Woo! Me too.
And I got the hematite from Caroline, because I remember watching a video of her saying that she doesn't go anywhere without the hematite.
Yes.
And I went out and I bought it just because you said that. So.
Oh, sweetie.
And also a turquoise, just because it's a very pretty color, and I don't know what it means.
Yeah. Nice.
So that's about it.
Thank you so much. How about you, Hashona?
I'm wearing a tourmaline.
Ooh.
Because I need to, well, it helps me stay grounded, and it's also a good protection stone, so I really need a lot of that. And I also have a moldavite.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, and if I find it to, I find it to really raise my vibration. It helps me, yeah, it just gives me a lot of energy. And I have smoky quartz bracelet, and I have, you see it?
What is this bracelet?
Beautiful.
Smoky quartz.
Oh, wonderful.
And it gives me a lot of energy. And then I have the onyx as a bracelet.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it also helps me stay grounded.
Yes.
Yeah, there. I want to see that. Oh, that's beautiful, honey. Okay, beautiful.
Yes. Okay, thank you so much, Sharon and Hashona.
Yeah.
I see Morningstar has joined us, but she's kind of dropped off, so I'll wait for her to come on. So we are going to go to Michelle, Mama Bear. Hi, Mama Bear.
Hi.
Hi. What crystal jewelry?
Hello, everybody. Well, I deliberately chose something that was handmade for me. I don't know. Can you all see it? The necklace?
Yes.
Is it close enough?
Yes.
Well, this is actually made out of numite, and Caroline did a video on numite. So some of you might have seen that video. It's one of the oldest stones in the world, and it's extremely powerful. A friend of mine actually handmade this for me, and the properties that I can actually feel with the numite itself, it really helps align the biomagnetic field with our physical body. It's a great protector, in other words. And it also helps align your brain, works with your kidneys and your nerves. And if you're into acupuncture, it strengthens the triple burner meridian. So it's got a lot of properties, but I use it mostly for grounding purposes and for shielding. But along with it, my friend wrapped it in copper. So you've got the additional properties, you know, of connecting the physical with the astral bodies. You've got, it's great for blood flow. Copper is, you know how many people love to wear those copper bracelets for arthritis?
Yes.
So the beads themselves are a combination of blue quartz and more numite, and it has two little butterflies on it. And I don't wear it every day because it's far too fancy for going to the grocery store, but I'll wear it for like 2 days at a time, and I'll keep it on my body all day and all night. And I just get a great sense of calmness and groundedness. And so yeah, I chose this one just because of the properties and the fact that it was handmade for me. and how good it makes me feel.
Yes. Well, I'm very happy that you're wearing it today, because at least we have the opportunity to experience those energies along with you. So thank you so much for sharing your beautiful necklace with us. And
Sure.
yeah, thank you for sharing it. So now we are going to go to Krista. Hi, Krista. We are so happy to see you and to have you with us today. Welcome.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you. I'm happy to be
Hi.
here and to be here with all of you. It's so great. Thank you. So I tend to wear quite a few different types of crystal jewelry. So I've got bracelets on here. Yeah, so let's start with this one. Chrysocolla, blue apatite here, and aquamarine. And all of these harmonize really nicely with each other, so I have them programmed for communication. And because I do a lot of teaching, I tend to wear these bracelets when I teach. And then to balance it out, it's good to wear, bracelets on both sides of the body to even out the energy. So black tourmaline, I wear this one every day for grounding. And then I have the peridot and rhodonite for opening the heart and the heart chakra, just so that when I do my healing work, or even if I'm out and about in the world, that I like to wear these as a reminder to stay heart-centered. And then amethyst, which is my all-time favorite crystal, I wear this just to open up my intuition so that I can be aware of what's around me, or even aware of synchronicities when they show up, or even different omens when they show up in my life, so that I can be aware and pay attention and get messages that way. So that seems to be the bracelets that I'm wearing a lot. And then I also wear a necklace, you can see it here, of seraphinite. So I wear this every day to, again, I wear it right at my heart to open my heart center so that I can be compassionate and radiate that love into my work and to everything that I do.
Oh, thank you. But I didn't hear what necklace you wear. The sound kind of went crazy.
Yeah, I will say it again. So I'll show it again. This one is seraphinite, or also pronounced seraphinite.
Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much, Krista, for sharing your beautiful bracelet. So if any of you need bracelets right now, I think it's just the thing to do right after this show or in the coming days. We all need to be wearing crystal jewelry, because at least it brings the energy of crystals within our auric field, within our energetic field. And it just makes it so much better for us to be carrying that crystal energy around. It's a good way to have jewelry around our bodies so we can walk around with that crystalline energy. So thank you so much, everyone. And Carlos, you are next. Hi, Carlos.
Hello. Good evening from Lisbon, Portugal to all, and namaste.
Namaste.
Well, the jewel that I wore or wear today is a ring, but I'm going to talk about another that was with me. They are two. One is a necklace, comes in the necklace. It's a meteorite. It's a piece of meteorite. And this one is a tektite, also a piece of meteorite. These two stones were with me all the week, and they were working in a very special way, because during this week I had some issues in like dealing with people that are awakening, and at reunions at work. And on Thursday, I made myself an Akashic reading at 4 o'clock in the morning when I was walking my dog. And I got a beautiful insight. When I finished the Akashic reading, I looked up into the sky and I saw a shooting star going on my home direction, and that was very amazing. But especially these meteorites were very special this week, because the things that came to me and the answers they gave it to me. The jewel that I'm wearing is a ring. It's a clear quartz ring. It's a master healer.
Yes. Okay.
Wow. Beautiful.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for sharing those crystals. Beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah.
So you're wearing a ring, you have a ring and you have the necklace and you have the meteorite. Beautiful. So thank you so much for sharing those with us, Carlos. And now we're going to go to the radiant one. Morning Star, thank you for joining us. Hi.
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 Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Oh, good. Oh, good. I barely made it. Nick of time.
Yes. What crystal jewelry are you wearing?
I am wearing my grandfather's turquoise necklace. Can you see it? It's a big chunk of turquoise.
Nice.
And it was actually a bolo tie, you know, like they wear in Texas or whatever.
Yeah.
And I customized it so I could wear it because he died when I was 19, very young. But he was into jewelry and he was into jewelry making, and he was very much into turquoise. And I'm a Taurus, and I'm ruled by the throat chakra. So I always claim my Taurusness. I'm ruled by the I'm pretty sure my aura, if I got an aura reading, it would be aqua or turquoise color, you know.
Yeah.
And also because I'm speaking today. If you're gonna get up and speak, then turquoise is a really good one for you to project. If there's any singers out there, singers or speakers, like turquoise is your buddy and best friend. And I also have his turquoise ring, and which I have to wear another ring because it's so big. I keep it on there. And here's a very special piece of turquoise. Can you see my bracelet?
Yes.
It's I made this.
Oh, it's shape of a triangle. Nice.
Yes.
It's a piece of turquoise that he traded with some Native Americans for some turquoise beads. He traded like a Swiss Army pocket knife. And so it's very ancient, old turquoise beads. This is the antique, I guess. You know, all stones are very old.
Yeah.
But this one's very special. It's actually shaped naturally like a pyramid.
Beautiful.
And I sewed it. I made this leather cuff, and I sewed it on there with copper. Like you were saying, I love the conductive energy of copper. So turquoise and copper are good friends together. And so I have all my grandpa's turquoise pieces on today to help me speak and spread the love of crystals and stones.
Very cool. Very pretty.
I'm very glad that you said something about turquoise, because I remember I have a bracelet of turquoise, but I never really understood what it really meant. So
yeah,
an idea.
Turquoise is one of the most powerful healing. If you think of Native Americans, they had so much turquoise going on. It's one of the most, for physical and spiritual, mental healing. Now they're saying that it's kind of moving into malachite. Malachite's the big healer now. But for a very long time, probably hundreds of years, turquoise was the main good healing stone you could turn to for help.
Thank you.
And Morning Star, you know, there.
Yes.
With turquoise in this country, that one must be very careful about the quality nowadays of that turquoise.
Yes. Because they're passing along the howlite. They're dyeing howlite like crazy.
Yeah.
And howlite is not turquoise. You have to bang it on your teeth a little bit, see if it feels like more glassy.
Really? Oh my God.
Yeah, and also low grades of turquoise that really don't have strength. You know,
there could be a whole subject on how they're manipulating crystals. There could be a whole, we could have a whole show on how much they've been manipulating heat treating and all these different things that people have been manipulating crystals. But also, I want to say, like, I don't know if you can see, natural turquoise comes in many different shades of green and blue. Can you see that? Like, like the necklace is very, and you can look up a chart. There's a chart of the Americas and which color comes from where, you know, and there's Tibetan turquoise all over the world. There's different colors.
Wow.
But it was very prominent in North America. North America is a very prominent piece of where you can get a lot of turquoise from.
True.
Yes. Thank you so
Beautiful.
much. Yeah, they're very beautiful. Yeah. And at least it's good that we are able to see the color distinctions of the turquoise that you have on your neck and the ones you have on your finger and around your arm.
The ring is dark green. The antique pyramid turquoise is light green, and then this one's very blue turquoise aqua color.
Yeah.
And I think they all give me different vibrations. The colors give you healing as well. Color therapy, color healing.
Yes. Okay. Thank you so much, Monica.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. You're so welcome. Okay, so now we are going to get to the juicy part of the show, and I'm so excited. And we're going to start with Michelle, who's going to be sharing about the crystals and why some of them repulse you. Have you ever been repulsed by a crystal or put off by a crystal or scared of a crystal? Well, Michelle is going to show you or share with you some information about why that could possibly be happening to you. So welcome, Michelle.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, thanks for that intro. You did a good job of that because you were so concise. It's a topic that's seldom really talked about, even among some of the great crystal healers and collectors. But throughout the years, I've noticed that there are some, for some reason, and this is where you have to really go into your own meditation later on and figure it out. Sometimes there's one stone or one crystal that you as an individual don't want to be near. You may pick it up and feel very uncomfortable with it. You have no idea why, but your intuition just says drop it. Don't go near it. It could even look very pretty, but there's something about that crystal or stone that you're almost repulsed by. And I knew one woman I knew that loved green, and yet she could not hold green aventurine in her hand. She had to put it down. I mean, she eventually came to terms with it, and 2 years later, whatever was going on with her, she was able to suddenly revisit green aventurine and say, oh, wow, what was I thinking? Why was I repulsed by this? And to give you a good example, and I think it's for us, for our own progression, if we ever are repulsed or we see one or pick one up, and whether it be a visual or a feeling, and for some odd reason we don't want to be near it, we're not drawn to it at all, no matter how pretty it looks, I think it behooves us to go inward and think about what does that stone or crystal reflect or mirror back to us about ourselves that maybe that stone is reflecting on some level. It could be a subconscious level or a higher conscious level. But there's some reason why whatever they're reflecting back to us that at that moment in our lives we're not ready for to look at.
Yes.
And I have an example of that. A friend of mine several years ago went on a huge crystal shopping trip, and he brought me back some lovely, lovely things. But I was shocked when he brought me this, and I don't know if you can see this.
But you froze.
This it is, to me, one of the ugliest pieces of selenite I've ever seen. It's shaped like a fish, and it's got cracks, and it's got like all these dark inclusions, and it's got like even like a smoker's bowl. It's got this little bowl inside, indentation. And when I looked at it, I could not believe that the same person who just bought me beautiful things would bring me this. And I don't have the heart to throw things out.
Oh,
And I felt that I would be, I felt that if I wanted to give it away, I felt that that person would be insulted by getting something as unattractive as this. It took me a year to figure out it was selenite even. You know, I don't know if it dropped in the water. I don't know what happened to it. But I left it alone for 5 years. I just wouldn't touch it, go near it, until I really thought about it, and I had to reflect on maybe there are some things about this odd piece of selenite that is reflecting something back to me about myself, maybe the dark side of myself, the shadow side of myself,
Yeah.
the unattractive parts that maybe I internalize, that this selenite is reflecting back to me. So I no longer look at it with disdain. I'm actually trying to actively work with it, not on so much, I don't use it on other people for healing, but I don't trust it to that extent. But I'm working with it with myself and trying to see what is it within me that is so resistant to it, and how can I embrace that? Because embracing the parts of that selenite that I am repulsed by really will. That's what I want to share, that you know, sometimes in your life, at some point, if you do ever find one or see one or are gifted something that you really, you don't know why right off the bat, but there's something about it that you want to be near it, you're uncomfortable, it's okay. Leave it alone and revisit it periodically and take another look at it, feel it, and try and see if there's anything about it that reflects some aspect of yourself, whether it be good or bad, dark or light, that you could learn from and help integrate or reintegrate parts of yourself from that particular stone or crystal. So that's my thing for today.
Thank you so
I can
much.
validate that. Yes.
Yes. I agree.
Right, Melissa?
Oh,
That happened to me
It'll
too.
happen at
Yes.
some point. Did it happen to you too?
Yes, with a piece of malachite, with a raw, chunky, druzy piece of malachite, and I was like, why do I have this huge, beautiful chunk and I don't like it? I didn't like the energy. I didn't want to touch it, so I wrapped it up and put it away for years, and then I brought it back out and revisited it and made friends with it. But that happens with me with people too. It's very, very seldom that I don't like a person or I don't like a crystal. And when I don't like a crystal, when I don't like a person, I think that's really odd. You know, like that there's something wrong with that person, because usually I love everyone. I love every crystal. I love every person. But it's probably something in me and that I need to deal with as a reflection. You're right.
thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
I completely agree with that, because I don't believe personally that any crystal comes in our lives for no reason. We have crystals for a reason, and sometimes it just takes time. Sometimes, like you said, Michelle, the crystal is there, but you feel repulsed by it because maybe that's something you need to look at in yourself, that the crystal is reflecting.
Right. Exactly.
In that way, it's also very healing for you if you can take that message, or if you have the presence of mind to understand what the crystal is saying, and use that negative side, which is really not negative, to transform your own life. So thank you so much for bringing at least that side of the story to us today.
Oh.
Thank you, thank you. Okay, so now we're going to the next exciting thing, and that is Sharon and Hashona in Spain. They're going to talk about their spiritual experiences. Sharon is Hashona's mother, and Hashona is an indigo child. Very, very special child. And today they're going to talk about their spiritual experiences and some of the ways in which crystals have helped them in their lives. So you're both welcome. We'll start with Sharon. Hi, Sharon.
Hi.
Hi, Sharon.
How's everyone? It's fun. Okay, where do I begin? All right. Well, actually, it all started out, learning about everything, my transformation started out with my daughter, because one day my daughter, we were walking into a store that sold crystals, and they sold incense, and I was always loving incense, and I wanted to buy some one day. I walked into the store and with Shauna, and when the woman saw Shauna, she was like, "Wow, you have an indigo child," and I said, "What's an indigo child? I don't know what that's." And she says, "Why don't you look it up? Look it up, Google it, find out, what an indigo child is." And I did, and I was fascinated by this indigo child. And as her birthday came near, I noticed that I don't know, her birthday was normally during. Huh?
I'm going to talk about that.
Yeah, but I mean, that's how I found out.
Okay.
Something happened to her during her birthday. It's normally during the winter solstice. It's December 22nd. And let me have her tell you what happened. And then we can go back and forth, because lots of my transformation has to do with what she experienced.
Okay.
So let her tell you what she went through, and you'll understand where I'm coming from.
All right.
Well, it was my birthday, and it was the 22nd of December, and it was about 8:30 at night, right? And well, I was in my room, and then I just started feeling so different. I can't explain the feeling. I started feeling so dizzy, and I was pale, and there was nobody in the house but me, and I wanted to call my mom, but she was working, and I was almost about to faint. So my dad came.
Well, I was working with my husband at the time. We were singing, and she called us. We were down the street from where we live.
Yeah, and my dad saw me, and he took me to my mom's job, and I was just feeling so. I was feeling like I was just about to disappear. I was looking at everything and saying, why am I here, and where am I, and everything, and I was almost about to faint. And after that day, my whole life just changed. It changed for the better, of course, but I was feeling kind of afraid at the same time, but I was feeling good at that at the same time. So after that, my spirituality increased a lot. I started to get symptoms of astral traveling, and when I was meditating, I concentrated better, and all these different things. So at the time, I wasn't working with crystals at all. So one day, I just picked up a crystal, and I think it spoke to me and said that work with me. And it was a rose quartz, and it said, work with me, and I'll make your life better. So I started working with the rose quartz. I started taking it to school every day, and I just felt so much better, and I felt so much. I felt so grounded, and it just helped me with my vibration and my energy. So my auntie, in my second birthday, she brought me a whole collection of crystals, and I was very happy about that. So I got to pick up every crystal and look at information and what is it for and everything. So I had all these crystals, and I worked with them, and they just helped me so much with grounding, and they helped me find myself. And I'm just so grateful right now for having these crystals in my life. Oh my God, I'm so happy.
And then when she had the crystals, she had, I was going through my own little journey, my own transformation. My life had turned a little bit upside down. And she had given me one of her crystals that her aunt, she calls her aunt as one of my best friends. I call her, she's like my sister, Yeah. And she gave me her amethyst, an amethyst that I started out with. This is the first stone that I ever had. And she gave it to me, and she says, Mommy, this will help you get through whatever you're going through. And I'm like, what is a stone going to do, baby? She says, believe me, trust me on this. I think I spoke about this before, but I'm just trying to show you how the two relate to one another. Our stories kind of intertwine with one another.
Yes.
And I took the crystal, and I remember holding the crystal in my hand. We meditated that night. I was really really upset. This was one of the worst times of my life, and I was feeling really low. And we meditated with this amethyst, and she had her stone, and I just felt like a completely different person that day. It was completely changed my life.
It was the first time she ever meditated.
It was the first time I ever meditated. I didn't think I could ever do it.
Yeah.
And I felt the amethyst vibrating in my hand, literally vibrating in my hand. And I just felt so different. And I remember after what I went through, I felt so different that I even changed the profile on my my Facebook. I remember changing the profile because I felt like a different person. I wanted to change everything at that moment. And this is the day after I meditated with her.
Yeah.
And I was trying to take a decent picture, and I kept getting these lights in my photos, these bright gold yellow lights behind me, and I couldn't take a decent picture. I said, where are these lights coming from? I don't know what that meant. Maybe I opened a porthole or something.
Orbs.
It was orbs. It was these bright, shining, golden yellow lights.
They look like long worm lights or something like that.
And I couldn't get them out of my photos for the life. I could not get them, but I loved them. I felt very, very relaxed around them.
Yeah.
I felt so happy around them. I felt like as if it was a guardian angel or something. And I've even asked, what do you say? What do you think? Your opinion on that?
Yes, may I ask you one thing?
Yes.
When you both had that shift, did you felt that there was some kind of guidance nearby you when you shifted? And after that, those lights, they are permanent appearances for you, that feeling of some kind of energy that is protecting you both. And for Ashana, you spoke about astral travels. Do you recall the places? Do you see those lights there also?
It's kind of hard. I think the first time I astral traveled, I only managed to get my feet out, not my whole body. But it's very complicated with me because I have a hard time leaving my body. Maybe because of fear, or yeah, I think it's fear. But once I remembered that I left my body and I was walking around my room. Then I went to the hallway and I walked into my mom's room and I tried to call to my mom because she was on the computer, and I called out to my mom and said, "Mommy, mommy, mommy." And she turned around, and then when I woke up, I asked her, "Mommy, did you?"
That's a vivid dream, a lucid dreaming. That's lucid dreaming, vivid dreaming. It's a kind of sensation that you are dreaming, but you are aware what you are doing. You know, that is very special. It's a faculty that you have, and don't be scared of that. It's very special. Okay.
Yeah.
But Nana, didn't your mom actually hear your voice?
Yeah.
Yeah, she did.
Yes. I turned around and I didn't see anybody, but I felt that somebody was behind me. I did. I really, really did. I can feel spirits. I can feel them. I can feel that if somebody's. So many times I've felt somebody like in front of me, but I can't see them. I can always have that kind of feeling. I've had that kind of gift actually as a child. I've seen ghosts and spirits, and now my children are seeing this. I have a son that sees these ghosts and maybe fourth dimensional beings. I don't know what they are, but yeah, I guess I handled down that practice to them. I guess I don't know.
You sure did, because you're obviously very, very connected, and you're the mother, so I'm sure there's something energetically that's going on there that's very interesting. And I also wanted to ask you, Sharon, maybe if you could quickly share about how you used your crystals to help you come from getting no money to making tons of money. Maybe
well, to be honest with you, am really new at this, so as I speak, please, if you find that you need to correct me, please correct me, because I am so brand new at all of this.
No, don't worry about it, because every experience
You're
is
a
personal.
natural.
Every experience is personal, and every experience is valid. So
Okay.
don't worry about it.
Well, there's many videos that I do watch on YouTube to get an idea of how to gain abundance and prosperity.
Yeah.
And I was really having a hard time, actually. One of the lowest parts of my life was also including not having any work. And I'm in a foreign country. I'm all the way in Spain. I'm originally from America, and I had no work. I was struggling for quite a long time. And I said, there has to be some kind of way of me gaining some kind of abundance, some kind of money, you know? And I looked on the internet, and I've looked at different types of grids. I've even downloaded a few books about grids from Doreen Virtue on my e-book. I read about it, and I'm learning about it, and I said, okay, I'm going to try this. So I took I took some of my stones. I have a lot of Lemurian points. I have like little chips, but they have points. And I made like a triangle. And I put them around like a Lemurian point here, and then I put like a tourmaline there, and then a hematite. I don't know why. Something just told me to do what I did to generate this grid. And I also studied the type of stones that generate abundance or prosperity, which was citrine. I bought a few little citrines, and I put them on the grid, and also jade is another good stone for this as well. Yeah. So I put jade, and believe me, I'm so new at this, so I guess not that new, because it actually worked. Because after I did the grid, it actually works, because after I did the grid, my gosh, I cannot. I mean, I get so much work. I have so much work right now. Normally, I'm not supposed to be working. Normally, right now, because this is a seasonal island that I live on. I live on an island where you only work for 6 months out of the year. Everybody on the island.
Yeah.
And I am still. Usually, it's finished by now, and I just have work just coming to me. Just people calling me. One person called me and says, "Do you have any New Year's work?" And I said, "No." Mind you, I am a singer. This is what I do for a living. So if you don't, I am a professional singer here on this island. Yeah. So they called me and they said, "Do you have any New Year's gigs?" And I said, "No." They said, "Well, now you do. You're working for us this weekend." This year. It's just coming out of nowhere, and I know that it's generated from this grid.
Yes.
What I did, after I finished the grid, I used this little wand. It's a special,
Selenite.
She teaches me everything. Selenite, a selenite wand that I had bought at a store. It was broken in half. And the woman, she kind of like, I didn't have very much money to spend, because I've gone crazy with spending so much money on these crystals. I have so many. And she says, "You know what, seeing that it's broken in half, you can have it." I said, "But can I still use it? It's broken." She says, "Yeah, all you have to do is glue it together." And I glued it together as a wand. And what I did, they told me for the grid to, how do you say, to use, to go, activate it, exactly. You start from, and you do it clockwise, actually. And you're speaking your intentions in the grid as you go around clockwise, round and around and around. And I had a candle also in the middle, a green candle. I guess maybe
It's abundance.
And I just went.
Yeah, green for abundance.
Cold turkey. I just did it. I didn't know what I was doing, but something told me to do what I did, and it worked. It worked for me. And it continued working even after I broken down the grid. The work just keeps coming to me.
Congratulations.
I have a suggestion to you.
Yes.
Since you have a lot of Lemurian points and you do singing, search about the Lemurian people and how they recorded their history on Lemurian crystals. They were, well, I can tell you, they sang their story to the lines of the Lemurian points. Okay, so check it out for yourself if you like.
Oh, thank you, Carlos.
And you got a lot of Lemurian points, and all the jobs that you are getting now. It's a coincidence? I don't know. Maybe yes. Keep on singing.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you so much.
Okay, thank you so much, Sharon, for sharing that story. And don't always feel that you're always intuitively guided and there's no accident, and subconsciously you know what you're doing. So even though you feel a little insecure about it, but when you make that grid and when you're guided and you see the results, you even use the sacred geometry of the triangle, which definitely amplifies the energy of the grid, and you've seen the results, that is all that matters. Just always trust your intuition in doing all these kinds of things, and when you see the results, there's nothing left to say, right?
That's exactly true. You know, and also another thing that I forgot to mention, and I wanted to mention this again. Well, before I wanted to mention it, but I didn't. My father just passed away.
Mm-hmm.
And my father, to me, I know for a fact is my guardian angel. He's around me all the time.
Yes.
I'm thinking that the lights that are in the photos that I'm telling you about, I have a strange feeling it's my father. And I was seeing these lights before he died. I don't know if that's possible to see his lights before he passes on, but he was bedridden for 10 years. And he died in March, this year he died.
Aww.
And I just feel him around me. He was a singer as well. So I don't know if either he's guiding me by nudging people to give me jobs or something, but I just know that he has a part of it. He has to have a part of this. I just know it.
Yes.
I feel it in my spirit that
He does.
And you can ask for his help. You can ask him for help.
I ask for his help every single day.
Yeah.
Yes, I do. And I feel that he has given me his voice because my voice is even stronger since he's passed. I don't know if that's possible.
It is possible, I think, to get support in that of that nature, especially because now it's bringing you abundance, and your dad is supporting you from wherever. You know, the grids, the crystals are helping you from wherever. Your daughter is here. Everyone else is here. And we're always loved and supported, and help comes from every direction, so we can never close off anything. We are always so loved. So thank you so much, Sharon and Hashona, for sharing your spiritual experiences with us. You guys are just
Love you guys.
Thank you so much. Okay, so now we are going to go to the ever happy morning star. So,
Oh, ever happy.
yes.
No, it's not. I'm always happy. It's that I'm just naturally intense.
Okay.
So whatever mood I'm in, you're gonna feel it.
All right.
Carlos,
I like to spread the positivity if I can. I like to get excited. I'm very enthusiastic.
Nice.
Right? So thank you again for having me. Thanks for everyone sharing. I love your stories. I want to comment on every little bit of it because we're all similar spirits. And I'm a singer too, you know, and I'm very verbal. I just want to talk about it. But if I could give what I wanted to talk about today, I made notes so that I could try and be concise, you know. But in the beginning, when we started doing Crystal Hangout, I gave a brief history. I talked about my history, and that is that my great-grandmother started collecting stones on my mother's side. My great-grandmother, so my stone collection actually started with my great-grandmother. But then I do believe that when I hear things about indigo children or rainbow children or all these different groups of evolved spirits, I can relate to all of them. I feel like I am all of that, you know? And so that's cool. But the thing that happened was I had a huge car accident. I was on the back of a moped. It was the late 80s. I had a huge car accident, and my leg was just smashed to bits. My left leg, the receiving side, was just smashed to bits. I didn't have a very happy childhood. I needed more attention, and that happened. And unfortunately, the Western medicine, they did save my leg. They gave me 11 surgeries. I was on crutches for 3 years. It was very traumatic and tragic. But
hold on, Morningstar. I just want you to put your pretty face closer to the screen. I'm not seeing your eyes or something, so maybe you can lower yourself, just so I can see your pretty eyes.
Thank you.
There you go.
So, okay. So, anyways, this bad accident and being so enmeshed in the Western medicine treatment of it all. The Western medicine, they did save my leg, but they didn't help me very much. I fortunately found someone that was into meditation and crystal healing and working with angels and meditation to help me heal my leg. So that's when my crystal collection just kept growing larger and larger. And yes, it's very common that the first stones that people use are amethyst and rose quartz. Those are the two that people get introduced to the most: quartz, amethyst, and rose quartz. And then maybe it branches off to aventurine and carnelian and smoky quartz. But anyways, so I was very fortunate to be introduced to crystal healing, and I've been working with crystals since the 90s, the early 90s, late 80s, early 90s. And I don't feel like I'm the most intellectual person. I'm very physical, so it's hard for me to articulate exactly all the terminology, but I have been working with crystals and stones a very long time, so I just have developed more abilities to know things and to know stuff. So anyways, recently I had some major health scares. I started getting my teeth worked on again. It had been a long time, and the dentist noticed some white spots on my gums and tongue, and when I researched that, it was nothing but bad. It was all awful and very scary, right? So that threw me into a head spin, and I was panicked. I was having anxiety just this last week. And you know what I did? Every time I came home, I just go to my crystals. Which crystal, thank God for my crystal buddies and the support feeling. When you feel so low, you have your crystals there. They will help you. They will help raise the vibration. They will help the healing process. But what I wanted to talk about is using your intuition to find which crystals, to choose the crystal that's appropriate for what is going on with you at the time. And I really believe that our intuition is the first thing you think, the first thing you feel. It's your child's side. The children don't think about what they want. They go, I want that. They go right to it. I want that thing. And you don't. So it's really our mind can trip us up and distract us. Oh, maybe it's not good. And no. But your heart is like your inner child, and your heart. They know. What was it? Sharon was saying, I don't know if that's possible, but yeah, Sharon, your first thought, your first intuition on those things, yes, that's exactly what it is. It is possible, and it's up to us to create this magic in our lives. That's the magical side, your intuition. You are like a magician, and you're creating, this is the stuff we can't see, but we know it. We know it because it's our first thought, and our heart is like, that's it. So I really believe our intuition is more like our childlike side, and you just have to not let your adult stop your child from knowing.
Yeah.
And you can go right up to, I like to have my crystals all laid out because then I can go right up to them, and the first ones I'm drawn to, that's what I need the most every time. And that's what I do. I have people come over and I show them my crystals. I say, which one do you feel like you want to touch? Which one do you want to hold? And they go to the one. We read about it, and it's exactly what they needed.
Yeah.
So I love doing that, and I do it for myself all the time. I'm working with crystals for 20 years or more. So anyways, you got to use your intuition to choose the crystals you need, and don't doubt.
Yeah.
Don't doubt it. If it's like 5 crystals or more, grab them all. Put them on your body.
Thank
so
you.
Hold them, love them, kiss them.
Yeah.
Say I love you. And say I love you. And so also with these health scares, I was having some major health scares. I chose the crystals, and then intuitively I want to be the whole rainbow, and I choose like one crystal for each chakra. I want to do the whole rainbow. And then I'm such an earth sign. I'm so earthy, but I have all the elements, but I also have a lot of water. So when, a lot of people do crystal layouts, and they lay down and they put the crystals on their body. But I like to take them in the bathtub. If you are blessed to have a bathtub, the water is healing too. Water creates, we're made of water. Water creates crystals. And so anyways, I chose all the different ones, and I did a crystal layout in the tub.
Wow.
With the water, I just feel like the water absorbs the healing of the crystals, and it just amplifies that for me, especially because I'm so earthy. I need that nurturing water stuff.
Yeah.
And I think it really helps. And also with the panic and stuff, I ended up going, I have all these crystals I wanted to show you, but I know it takes too much time. But I wanted to point out celestite.
Oh, yeah.
Are you familiar with celestite? Because it's so comforting. It connects you with the angelic realm. And the thing about clusters, or even, here's my amethyst, chevron amethyst torch.
Ooh,
you can see it's like torch shaped. And I hold it. I feel powerful when I hold it. It's like, ah! And anyway, so with crystals that are, I prefer polished because I love that smoothie, nice smooth feeling. But raw is good, and the points, and here's the end, and here's the point. And even in clusters, like here's the bottom of the bed, and here's all the little points, right? So you have to place it. I think when you're feeling bad, if you want to heal something, you have to place it point up to take the bad energy out first.
Right.
And you breathe with that. You breathe that. You send the negativity away. You send it away. Imagine it going out through your palm or wherever you're placing it, going out of you. And then you can turn it around. You can turn it. You turn it around so the points are facing in towards you, and then you can take energy. You can have energy from the universe, from the galaxy. All the positive energy can seep into you and fill that emptied out, yucky space. You emptied it out already, and then you can fill it back in with good stuff. That's important too. And then the last example or encouragement, because I want to encourage everyone to use your intuition to work with crystals. Don't be afraid. I mean, I'm such a physical person. I have a hard time feeling energy. I'm not, even though energetic healing stuff happens with me naturally, and it actually has been passed down. On my father's side, my great-grandmother on my father's side was a hands-on healer. One of those Christian, like, you're healed. She was one of those. And anyway, so I get it from both sides. These things are passed down through your ancestry. And I'm lucky that I had such an open mind and open spirit. But it really was that hard, tragic accident that pushed me into feeling the energetic realm and the spiritual, wanting to grow spiritually. So that's sometimes that's all that is, that things get really bad for us sometimes, and we're sensitive people, but sometimes it, like, you need it to get that bad to push you on to the next level. And it's okay, and don't forget that when that happens.
Yeah.
You know, don't forget when the scary bad stuff happens, that this is something that's going to catapult you into something better.
Yeah.
Even if it feels like the most scary thing and you're gonna die, because I really thought I was gonna die this last week. It's terrible.
Oh.
But it, definitely my crystals helped me through that, you know. And I have to mention smoky quartz again, because that smoky quartz will absorb any black or dark gray, brown rock will absorb negative energy. You know, you all love hematite. Any gray or black or dark rock, especially smoky quartz for some reason with me, I put it right on, let's say my nose hurt. I put it right on my nose, and I can feel that it absorbs the negativity, and it transmutes it. I feel like smoky quartz is a very transmuting, transforming. It'll change that negative energy back into positive very easily. It does it easily, like that's its thing.
Yeah.
And I also have to mention blue calcite, any of the calcites, really. Orange calcite is very available. It's very affordable. You can find it anywhere. I love blue calcite and I love orange calcite the most, although I have all different kinds. But and the blue calcite will bring down any inflammation. If you have something is. A lot of our physical discomfort and dis-ease is caused by inflammation.
Yes. Yes.
So drink more water. Don't eat any tomatoes, because tomatoes are inflammatory. Eat a ton of cucumbers, because cucumbers are anti-inflammatory. It's not just holding crystals. You got to change your diet, or you have to change what you're consuming, what you're bringing into your vessel. So I'm saying too much, I know, but blue calcite is one of the best. The calcites, and orange calcite will always bring more joy and calm you down. It'll calm you down, but also give you energy and bring you joy, and or back to a place where you can actually kind of feel joy again.
Yeah.
Because that's hard when you're so scared. But anyways, one of the examples of this, without getting too into detail, because it was like, I'm having problems in my lady regions, okay? And I was scared. I was like, but I don't know what to do. What crystal? But I calm myself down. That's what helps too. You have to slow your energy down enough to let that child intuition speak to you.
Yeah.
And I slowed my energy down. I said, what would be the best for my lady parts right now? And immediately I got carnelian. Woohoo! Immediately, carnelian pops in my brain. So I have a piece of carnelian from my great-grandmother that I can take around with me. I stick it in my bra. I put it in my bra right next to my heart, and it's so it's constantly touching my body, and it's so close to my heart. So I have my little carnelian, but I have my big carnelian, and it's all polished and nice, and I can put it on, I can lay on it and massage my back with it. You know, it's so great. But my head said, okay, for the lady parts problem, what would be the best? Carnelian, my head said, and my heart and my head said, all my intuition said carnelian. And then I went to my book. I have lots of books on crystals, you know, and I've been reading them for years. And so it's like I don't even need the books anymore. It just pops in my head. But I like to go to the books after, and I get validated.
Right.
You know, we all need that validation. Like, is my intuition right? Yes, it is. And it's always right. Your intuition's always right. But I have a crystal prescription book. And it's crystal prescriptions. And I looked it up, and I was trying to find the exact problem that I'm having. And it didn't have the problem listed in the book. And I was like, what? And then, so then I looked up the lady part, and guess what? And there was only one stone listed for the lady parts problems. And guess what it was?
Carnelian.
Intuition's always right.
So you know what? And I'm gonna get even more uncensored. And you know what? Just put it right on your privates. Go ahead and put your crystals right on your private parts, whatever it is. You don't just put them on your heart or your stomach or your third eye. You can put them on your privates. It's okay. You know, you can wash them off if you need to, but don't. Certain stones don't do well with washing off. But you'll figure it out which ones are good. And I just want to encourage everybody to go ahead and put the crystal wherever you need to.
Thank you. That was
so since then, I want to say that a lot of my health scares have been relieved, and it's not as bad. But thank goodness for my beautiful rocks and crystal buddies, because sometimes it's hard to share with humans. But you can always share with your crystals, and you can always get support from them. They love you all the time, and I just want to encourage everybody. They're here for healing. They're here to help, and we are such special people, all on this panel, everyone watching this video later, everyone that's interested in this. We are here to help, and we utilize the crystals to help, because it's crazy times in evolution. And we're all evolving together, and it's beautiful and it's special, and I'm so happy. Thank you all for being you and for everything you're sharing. It helps me. Maybe I sound like I know a lot, but I'm always learning more, and I always appreciate everything you all are saying, too. So lots of love to you all. Mwah, 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 mwah.
Thank you, Lisa.
Thank you so much, Morning Star. Oh my gosh, that was so important.
I love you.
We love you too. That was so good. There's so many interesting things. I'm sure I'm just gonna have to go back and listen again.
Yeah.
I know I said too much.
No, not at all.
We're going with the flow, and thank you so much. The most important thing is we all have to listen to our intuition in picking the crystals, and like you said, our intuition is always correct. And sometimes, even though it's not validated by a book, the end result and how we feel about things after is what really counts. So thank you so much for sharing.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, so now we're going to the next person, and this is so exciting. We have Crystal Lynn joining us for the first time. Thank you, Krista. Krista has a YouTube channel. It's so amazing. So maybe you guys can check her out later on. I'm so excited to have you, Krista, join us today. So welcome.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, and Krista is going to be showing us today and talking about how to use crystals to open up our heart chakra, because that's really the most important thing, to open up our hearts. When you open up our hearts, we are expanded and good things happen to us. So Krista is going to be sharing about that. So Krista.
Great, thank you so much. Yeah, I'm happy to be here with all of you and meet all of you. This is the first time I've been doing a Hangout with you, so thank you for having me. It's exciting. So I wanted to talk a little bit about how to open your heart using crystals, and this is a little guided visualization technique that I will show you how to use, that I personally like to do on a daily basis. And I prefer to do this technique in the morning when I get up, so that my heart is open and radiant throughout my entire day. So the purpose of this technique is to open the heart so that you can express and radiate unconditional love, compassion, happiness, and peace within your entire being, and then radiating that energy out into everything that you do. So all environments that you're in, or all situations that you are in, and every person that you interact with, you bring that beautiful high vibration, and healing energy into all that you do. And that can be quite a transformative energy, because you never know what situation you're going to be in, or if you come across someone and you have a conversation with them, maybe they're having a stressful day. If you do this technique and carry that energy with you, it can help other people transform and uplift them. So it's a really great technique. And even if I'm going to the grocery store and just doing some shopping, I'll do this technique before I go as well. So it's fun, it's simple, but it's very powerful. And one of the comments that I get from people a lot is they will tell me, Krista, your energy is so calming and so soothing and so radiant, and now you're going to know my secret. Okay, so to do this technique, what you will need is a rose quartz crystal, okay? So I have a nice little heart here that I would like to use, but you could use any type of shape. So you could use a point if you wanted to, a point like this, or you can use a nice flat palm stone as well. So palm stone like this, okay? Or if you have just a very small tumbled stone, you can use a nice little tumbled stone as well. Okay, so anything is good. So I'm going to use my rose quartz heart, because since this is a heart opening one, okay? So what you want to do is, to begin this guided visualization, you want to state a very powerful intention for this technique. So I will lead us in that. Now, when you are doing this visualization, if you have trouble visualizing and that's not your thing, you can just repeat the words silently in your mind after me as I'm saying the words, and that will work equally as well as visualization. So that might be how you do it, or even just feeling the energy in your body. That's another way to do it if you are not a good visualizer. So any of those ways will work, and it will be effective for you. Okay, so you want to take your rose quartz and you just hold it in your hands and close your eyes. And you just want to center yourself and just become peaceful and relaxed. So taking a nice deep breath in, and then exhaling fully. And again, inhaling deeply, and exhale fully. And it's always a nice idea to state the intention of thanking the stones for working with you and all of the healing that they will provide for you. So the intention that we'll start with, and you can repeat this silently in your mind after me. Thank you, rose quartz, for filling me with your beautiful, sparkling, healing light, to fill my heart and my heart center with that healing. And thank you so much for helping to open my heart to be able to express and radiate unconditional love and compassion, happiness and peace for the highest good of all. In full faith, so be it. And once you start with that intention, you'll take your rose quartz and just place it right at your heart, so in the center of your chest. And closing your eyes again, taking a nice deep breath in, and exhale. And just feel or sense the energy of the rose quartz at your heart center, at your heart chakra, which is an energy center right in the middle of your chest that resonates to the color green. And placing your attention and your awareness on the rose quartz stone. Sense it, see it, feel it, sparkling a beautiful light pink color. And just imagine now that it's radiating that beautiful, sparkling pink light out from its center. And just imagine now that your heart chakra is absorbing that beautiful, sparkling pink healing light from the rose quartz crystal. Just allow that light to flow into your chakra at your heart center, opening that chakra, allowing your heart chakra to become a brilliant green color. And as your heart chakra opens, it opens your capacity to express and radiate unconditional love, compassion, happiness, and peace. And as you breathe, just allowing that beautiful, sparkling pink light from the crystal to fill your heart chakra. And as you breathe, just allow that beautiful pink light to flow now into your heart, filling your heart with that healing energy so that your heart can be loving and compassionate, happy and peaceful. Sense, see, and feel that pink light strengthening your heart so that you can express love, compassion, happiness, and peace. And as you breathe, just allow that beautiful pink sparkling light from the rose quartz crystal to fill your entire body from head to toe with that beautiful sparkling pink healing light, helping your entire being to hold and express more love, compassion, happiness, and peace. And then now, just allow all of that beautiful pink sparkling light to flow into your aura, the energy field around your body, filling your aura with that beautiful pink healing light, to strengthen your aura so that your aura can hold a higher vibration of love, that beautiful unconditional love, compassion, happiness, and peace. Sense, feel, see your aura becoming stronger. Sense your entire vibration being uplifted. And now just imagine that you're radiating all of that beautiful pink healing light out into the world around you, radiating that beautiful unconditional love, radiating compassion, radiating happiness, and radiating peace out into the world, into all the environments and places that you're in, radiating that beautiful healing energy into every situation that you're in, and radiating that beautiful high vibration into all the interactions that you have with people, to uplift all, for healing, and for the highest good of all. In full faith, so be it. And then taking another nice deep breath in and exhale. Good. And then now what you can do is take your beautiful rose quartz crystal and put it in your pocket and carry it with you throughout the day to remind you to stay in that beautiful heart-centered energy, the energy of love, compassion, and happiness and peace. And if you find that you're coming out of that energy, you can just hold your rose quartz and say to it, "Thank you for helping me to regain my heart center." And then you can put it back into your pocket. So I hope you have liked that technique. It's simple, it's powerful, and it's effective. So I'm so happy to be able to share that with you. And this is something that when I worked with the rose quartz, it was the second crystal that I started to work with, the first one being amethyst. So I appreciate what you were all saying about that. And that is something that the rose quartz started to teach me about, of how to hold that energy and to radiate that out into everything that I do. So I really thank this beautiful crystal for showing me that technique. Thank you.
Yes.
Very powerful, Krista. Very powerful. I will do that. Very powerful.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Thank you so much. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Oh my gosh. Oh,
I did. We did.
I'm so calm right now.
Thank you.
Great job.
Thank
you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Now we are much more loving than we were a few minutes ago, and this is who we are. So thank you so much, Krista.
You're welcome. Thank you.
At least now
Namaste.
Yes.
so we can always go back and listen to this again and get back to our balance. That's our center, which is love, and that is what we truly all are. So I'm so happy. Thank you so much. Okay.
Yes.
Now we are going all the way to Portugal. And we have Carlos in Portugal. Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello. Do you hear me?
Welcome, Carlos. And today, Carlos is going to be talking about chakras and crystals and how to use, your crystals, how to know how to select the crystals, and every interesting thing. So, Carlos, you're welcome.
Hello. Good evening from Portugal, Lisbon.
Good evening.
And let's go to talk about a little bit of chakras and stones and how to attune all these objects or whatever you can call beings, energies, whatever.
Okay.
So many people ask me what is a chakra, and I start talking about a little bit an introduction. Saying that all around us is energy. We live in a great soup of energy, and when the energy gathers in some specific places and spots, they create a field, and all the things that exist are their energetic and electromagnetic field. So our body is soaked in all this energy, and in our body we have special points in our body and out the body, because the chakras are not only in our body, there are chakras that exist out of the body, from to up and to down, and these energy is generated, and you can, knowing your chakras, that is a generator of that energy, you can be balanced and make your equilibrium. There are seven main chakras, all of us know, 7 chakras, 7 colors. People who work with the meditation with the chakras, they can use their hands to do the mudras, because if you place your hands in special ways in meditation, you open the chakras. And if you sing some mantras, each chakra has a special mantra. It's a word that you can sing or say, but especially sing, and this chakra is going to be open. So they are aligned in our column, vertebral column here, and they start from down to up. The first chakra is the root chakra. It's on the base of the column. You can think, if you have your genitals and your other, or it's the specific thing, but it's the last vertebrae of the column. Then you have the sacral. It's the two fingers down your belly button. You have the solar plexus. It's on the base of the lungs, nearby your stomach. You have the heart. You know where is the heart? It's here. And then you have the throat. You have the third eye and the crown. And then from here and up, and from the root down, you have other outer chakras. Morning Star mentioned that sometimes you have to work with the energy, and there's a way that you can do that. If you go into chakra by chakra, your energy is going to up, and then goes out of your crown, cleans it up, receives the cosmic energies, goes down to the earth, and enters into your body through the Earth Star chakra that is out of the body to the root, and then all the others. Here we can use crystals to work with the chakras, but first of all, you have to know where and how and what is your chakra, your main 7 chakras. So, when you work with the stones and the chakras, each chakra may have many stones, and but you have to attune the stone to each chakra. You choose the set. There are 7 stones mainly, in 7 colors. And then you can place them on the table and go working and tuning each stone to each chakra. You can do also the breathing, or laying, putting the stones on the floor and putting a twist over and lay over the stones, or put the stones when you are laid down over your body. That's a way to tuning the stones to the chakras. Now, I have 2 suggestions of a basic set of 7 stones, and another one that I found in the internet with other special stones. You don't have to spend lots of money to buy expensive stones to make your set. I advise to buy little ones so that you can put it in a pouch and carry that set if you travel or so on. So let's go for. Can I say the basic?
Yeah.
Yes. So the basic it's the more cheap stones. The chakra is the root. You can use an hematite or a smoky quartz. If you buy an hematite, it links with the earth star, the other outer chakra. It's 20 feet below your feet. 22 centimeters below your feet. I mean. Then you go to the second chakra. You can use a red jasper or a chameleon. Then you go to the solar plexus. It's yellow. You can use a citrine or a tiger eye. Then you go to the heart. The heart is green, but you can use a rose quartz to the heart, or a green aventurine. On the throat. On the throat, you can use a turquoise or aquamarine. It's a little bit more expensive, the aquamarine. And on the 6th chakra, you can use stibnite and or a kunzite. And on the 7th chakra, on the ground chakra, the 7, you can use an amethyst, or some people use a clear quartz. As you can see, these stones are very cheap. Buy them, clean them, energize them, place them on the table, and go one day by one day, each stone, each chakra. There's a little exercise that I advise. You can breathe, work with the breathing. When you work with each chakra, you breathe colored hair. If you work with the first chakra, you are breathing red hair. You know. Now let's go to the more expensive set. And the first stone, it's the root chakra. There's an hypersteam. Then on the second, a carnelian again. The third, golden rutilated quartz. The fourth, it's the chrome dioxide. The fifth, the 5, a lapis lazuli. The 6th, a labradorite. And the 7th, it's a very rare stone. It's a phosphosiderite. So this is my advices. Know your chakras. Work with them, be aligned, and because they are generators. If you somehow feel unbalanced with an issue in your life, make your own meditation and attune and realign your spinal column. Okay.
Can I say something?
Yes, yes.
Carlos, I'm so glad you mentioned the breathing. You emphasized the breathing because it's the breath that helps conduct and move the energy. You can't hold your breath, your energy would stay. There's no movement. The breath helps move and conduct the energy from the stones in through your body and everything. So yes, breathing.
Yes, it's an exercise that sometimes I do with people. I without stones, I put them working with the chart as well. Now we are going to breathe, and they are changing the colors of the air that they breathe, and that in that particular way they realize and be aware of their seven chakras.
Yeah.
Okay, so because we are a little we're not doing too well with time. I want to just thank you so much, Carlos, for sharing that information about chakras and crystals. And you have given us a few crystals that you can look into when someone wants to start working with their chakras. And sometimes it's color coded, and sometimes it's intuitive guided, or you can do it however you want to do it. But thank you so much, Carlos, for this information. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so now we're going to go to the last but definitely most, not least, and very beloved, the friendly guy from Bulgaria, Slavi. Welcome.
Hi. I hope you are great now. Today I'm gonna speak about the crystal messages everybody we receive during our work with crystals, and it's something very important during our work with the crystals. So the crystal become big parts of our lives and help us through our journey to spiritual growth and awakening. And often they have message for us that we must follow our intuition and understand them as much as possible, clear and follow their guidance. And the crystal contains guardians, angels, spirits, and another spiritual beings or portals to another dimension or another kingdoms. It's all about vibration and follow our intuition to understand the nature of the crystals. Sometimes the crystal doesn't reveal what messages they have for us until the time is right. And every message coming from them is about any aspect of or situation we deal on in our lives. When we get certain crystal, usually we get a whole living being with us and in our lives, and we need to treat them with respect and willing to work with them. We must establish a great communication with the guardian or the angel or devil or the spirit who lives in the crystal, and let them help us and provide us information from the higher sources. They can give us lessons we need to learn in life and to make us wiser and experience it. And we don't have to forget the crystals have wisdom inside of them because they are here long before us, and they are the sources of spiritual knowledge of all and everything in the universe. Crystals also come from all over the universe, bringing us the message of the most higher purpose and natural force of being high vibrational being, part of the light to shine within ourselves, to spread love and teach. The crystals can give us message in very different ways. Some crystals give us the message while we meditate. Some crystals give message while we sleep. Sometimes they break or disappear, or in many ways they give us message in any form. When the time is right, they will find a way to give you the information you need. Some crystals are there for our own awakening. when we are trapped in certain moment or situation, they can easily give us the right points and guidance to the right parts of our journey. The Crystal Guardians are always beside us and ready to help us anytime we need them. We don't have to forget that they are always there for us and they can respond to us anytime we reach them. When you obtain a good communication with your crystal, you will have faithful, your loyal friend and guide for the rest of your life. Believe me, I know, because I'm so proud to say that I obtained great communication and relationship with my crystals. The message I got from my crystals is the natural force of love, forgiveness, and self-conscious in the greatest power of everything, are the complete qualities of being high vibrational being. The biggest treasure you can possess is the knowledge of ancient scriptures and the ability to spread further their word and the powerful, unique message to us all that we are connected in any possible ways and high vibrational network of high vibrational beings able to make the world one better place.
Yeah.
That there is not bad events, just incorrect directed energy, and that within us we have the power to change and transform the energy of any form in very powerful weapon, exactly what I mentioned above, love, forgiveness, and higher self-conscious. Then we can possess the most higher rank of energy with ability to teach, heal, and give knowledge to those who need us. Open yourself to your crystals and never ever doubt yourself and follow your path, and you will see that the boundaries doesn't exist, believe me. They are just in our doubts, in our heads, which is also energy, and we can transform it. And as I said in my previous hangout, listen to your crystals because they always have something to say to us. Agree?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, this is my point today.
Thank you. Oh my gosh.
Thank you, Flavi.
Yes, love it,
Yes.
mama.
I just have so great message today for everybody that I was just want to spread it.
Yes,
Yeah.
and
Well,
your
you
passion is
spread it very well. You made your point really well. I like that.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
so much. It is so exciting. And now I'm so high on just the crystal energy and all the information that's coming to you. Are you guys doing the same?
Yes.
Nice. So thank you once again, everybody, for joining me for this Google Hangout. There'll be many more. Thank you for sharing your wisdom and for saying yes to crystal and for sharing your lives with everyone else and helping everyone else heal and love and for just supporting each other the way we are, because we are all a piece of the puzzle. And I'm so happy and I'm so glad and just so excited to know everyone. And thank you so much. I hope you can join us again next time. And so see you guys. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Thank you,
Love
Caroline.
Yay.
Yay.
Bye.
Mwah, mwah, mwah. We love you.
Bye.